What's up, dudes, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we are theorizing a country called Benin. You already know the drill. Let's dissect the flag. The Beninian flag makes a lot of symbols. The green represents the grass, the yellow represents the sun, and then the red represents, I don't know what the represents at all. I just don't remember it. And however, the coat of arms of Benin has two black of those things and potatoes right here, and I think it might be potatoes, and then there's leaves right on top or bottom of the potatoes, and then there is some two tigers and a castle, and whatever that is, a palm tree and a ship and the ocean, and it says Frontier Justice Traveler. However, the country is located in Africa bordering Nigeria, Niger, Burkina Faso, and Togo. And it's a part of the African Union most African countries have. But let's look at its history. Let's look at the theorization, the main theorization we're going to theorize, shall we? Their capital is Porto Novo, and their largest city is Conflans, and their official language is French, and their national language in the list, which has a lot of languages, and their ethnic groups are 38% Fon, but others are Avir, Madran, Ladri, Badril, Flula, Adri, Yola, Galari, Durantly, and others. And their religion is 52% Christianity, others are Islam, traditional faiths, no religion, and others. And their government is an entirely presidential republic, and their president, Parton Charon, since April 6 of 2016. And their vice president is actually the first vice president, Marin Cabrin Tare, since May 24th of 2021. And the legislature is the National Assembly, and the Republic of Germany in 1958, and independence from France in August 1st, and also from the United Kingdom in October 1st of 1960. And then from Portugal in 1961 in July 31st, and in their area is 114,763 kilometers, or 44,310 square miles, make it 100th in this list. And their population is 11,733,059, making it 78th in this list. And their population density is 94.8 kilometers, or 245.5 square miles, making it 125th in this list. And their per capita on top is $29.918 billion, making it 137th, and their per capita 2,552, making it 163rd, and their bottom, and GDP non-animal, is $11.386 billion, making it 141st, and their per capita is 971, making it 163rd. And their GNI is high in this list is 47.8, and their HCI quality of life is low as 0.545 is 158, and their currency is the West African CFA francs, or XOF, and their time zone is just the same as Nigeria or the West Africa's time zone, because Benin is split into, that one. But mostly it's just the time zone where most of Europe is. And their driving zone is right. Speaking of right, let's read the 1992 presidential election. This turns out to be a three presidential candidates again. But this was back in 30 years ago. So we're getting freaking close to the end of a book. And it's been probably 52 elections in that one. but probably 52. Yeah, 52. Let's see. In 3, 2, 1. The 52nd presidential election in American history took place on November 3rd, 1992. George H.W. Bush had alienated most Congress by straight up breaking the pledge by not raising taxes. I mean, he tried, but he ended up having to give his compromise with the Democrat-controlled Congress. Plus, the economy went back into a recession. And yet, Bush remained popular with the majority of Americans after the United States and coalition forces kicked butt in the Persian Gulf War. His approval rating went as high as 89%. This likely helped Bush get the Republican nomination with Vice President Dan Quayle again as his running mate. However, there was nothing that Pat Buchanan, a journalist and former advisor to President Richard Nixon, Gerald Ford, and Ronald Reagan, challenged Bush and put up a good fight. Buchanan's main beef with Bush was the fact that he raised taxes. The Democratic Party again had some running mates, had some candidates, like former Governor Jerry Brown from California, and former Senator from Massachusetts, Paul Tsongas, Bob Kerrey, Senator from Nebraska, Tom Harkin, Senator from Iowa, Douglas Wilder, Governor of Virginia, Eugene McCarthy, former Senator from Minnesota, including a woman named Pat Skirter, a representative from Colorado, and former mayor of Irene, California, Larry Argren from California. And there was Bill Clinton, the governor of Arkansas, 40th and 42nd governor of Arkansas. And then there was Al Gore, the U.S. Senator from Tennessee. A lot of those candidates didn't stand a chance against Clinton and Gore, with Clinton winning the nomination as the Democratic Party candidate, with Al Gore, U.S. Senator from Tennessee, as his running mate. And there was also Republican candidates like David Duke, state representative from Louisiana, Harold Stern, the governor of Minnesota, and then there was some third party candidates. Oh yeah, we couldn't forget about them. The Libertarian or Independent parties. But let's explain all those third parties. There was Ross Perot, a president and CEO of a Perot Systems. Yeah, it's an actual company right here. And James Stockdale, president of the Naval War College, as his running mate. There were also some candidates, too, that were in the party. Like Andrew Murray, a former Alaska state representative, and Lerna Forage, a pathologist and a political activist, John Hanglin, a scientist and researcher, Bo Gritz, a congressive and political activist, Harold Phillips, a conservative political activist, and Lyndon Rogers, a political activist too. But by the way, let's see some results. And here are results. Bill Clinton won, receiving 370 electoral votes and 43% popular vote. George H.W. Bush finished second, receiving 168 electoral votes and 37.4% of the popular vote. This was the Republican candidate who was not re-elected until the election of 2020. Ross Perot finished third with 0% of the vote, but with a respectable 18.9% of the popular vote. It was a solid win for Bill Clinton, since the rest of the states didn't vote for it, including my home state, where the Republican candidate in 1988 voted for George H.W. Bush because it was so big. But now, the Democrats dominated the rest of the country, from north and south to the middle of the country. You name it. Bill Clinton had it all, except Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, Wyoming, Idaho, Utah, Arizona, Alaska, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, the South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, and Indiana. And that was it for election. So thank you for watching this video. Hope you have an amazing day, a great day, and I'll see you on Thursday.